In this video, I'm going to show you how to do this blurring transition right inside of Adobe Premiere Pro. So let's get into it. So once you're inside of Adobe Premiere Pro, you've got a brand new sequence created and you've got two clips lined up next to each other like so. We can begin with this transition. So first of all, you want to create a brand new adjustment layer. So we'll go to the Project tab, select New Item, New Adjustment Layer, and we'll press OK on this. Then we'll drag the adjustment layer over the transition between these two clips, so somewhere around here, and then we'll cut the end of that adjustment layer. So to load up the cut tool, just press C on the keyboard and that should load the cut tool. To turn it back to the normal cursor, just select V. Of course though, this is cut over here, the razor tool, and this is the normal selection tool. So from here, you just want to go into Effects or search for Blur. So B-L-U-R, and you can do any of these different blurs. So you could do a Gaussian blur. If we increase the Gaussian blur, that's how this looks. If you do a directional blur, that is how this looks. If I increase the blur length, it doesn't matter which blur that you choose, but I'm just going to use Gaussian blur for now. So I'll drag that on. We'll go into Gaussian blur. We'll increase the blurriness up to around 50% and we'll select repeat edge pixels. So as you can see, without that selected, there's this black border appearing around the outside of the footage. But when we press that, that now disappears. So from here, we're just going to zoom out. So we're going to select fit. We'll select 50%. And as you can see, that has zoomed out. We're going to go a bit further though. We'll go to 25%. And we're just going to create an ellipse mask around the composition. So as you can see, if you select the ellipse mask, this will create this circle. We'll drag this over to the left, drag this over to the right, drag this up, and we'll drag this down. Then we're just going to move the position of this all the way up to the left off screen. We'll create a brand new keyframe on the mask path at the end of the first clip. Then we'll go towards the start of the second clip and we'll pull the position of this mask down to the bottom right like so. Zoom back in, we'll play this back, and as you can see, it doesn't look particularly great at the moment, but that is the transition. So at the moment we can see this hard edge. So first of all, we need to fix that. So we'll go into the adjustment layer, we'll pull up the mask feathering, and that will fix that problem. So that comes in from the left and transitions out. There you go. Of course, if you wanted this to be quicker, then all you have to do is just decrease the gap between these keyframes, and that will speed that transition up. Or if you wanted that slower, then you just decrease the gap, so pull those further apart from each other, and that will really elongate that transition. I was happy with the length it was before though, so somewhere around here. That looks great. Let's just make sure the screen is covered at that point of transition. So it's not quite covered, so we're just going to drag the entire adjustment layer over to the right. In fact, tell a lie, we're going to drag that over to the left. There you go, like so, and that transitions over. Of course, you can increase the blur over time. So let's start here. So we'll start at the first keyframe, go to blurriness at 50. We'll go to the end, it can be 50. And then in the middle, when it's completely covering the screen, we can pull that up to a higher number. So around 100. If we play this back, that's how this looks. Like so. Now, as well as the Gaussian blur, we can also adjust the levels as well to really take this transition to the next level. So we'll go into Effects, search for Levels. We'll drop levels onto that adjustment layer. Now we'll hover over that first set of keyframes from the Gaussian blur. We'll go to the Levels, select RGB White Input Level, select the keyframe animation, so the toggle animation button. We'll go to the end keyframe. We'll create a brand new keyframe again, and then we'll go to that middle keyframe and we'll increase the white input level all the way up to somewhere around here. So let's go 200%. And when we play this back, you can see we're getting this nice exposure effect as well as this blurring effect. Of course though, if that is overexposing a little bit too much though, then you don't have to do it on the RGB white input level. So let's delete that. So we'll delete that and we'll pull the white input level back up to 255. You can do that on the gamma instead so that it increases the highlights and the shadows. So we'll go to that first keyframe, we'll go to RGB gamma, select toggle animation, go to the last keyframe. We'll create a brand new keyframe on that last keyframe there. Go to the middle and we'll increase the gamma all the way up to around 400 and something. And when we play this back, you can see we're getting this really nice, dreamy, soft focus effect happening, and that's really helping us to transition from that one clip to another. This is a dream inspired transition, so this would be really nice in dreams or memory sequences. It's just a really nice stylistic way of transitioning from one shot to another. Of course, if this hard edge here is bothering you a little bit too much, then by all means feel free to pull the mask feather up. So it was on 200 and something, now it's on 400 and something, and that looks a lot nicer. And there you go, that is the soft focus dreamlike effect transition inside of Adobe Premiere Pro now complete. So go ahead, drop this into your project and have fun with this specific transition. And there you go. Thank you for watching this video. I really do appreciate your support, and hopefully I will see you on the next video. See you there.